So I guess here's my 2 cents about not Kamala Harris, but the perception of Kamala Harris and her campaign. My perspective on it is based from someone being me, who has watched her since 2019.
Yeah.
And I've seen how she campaigns. I've seen how she speaks. I've seen two of her campaigns, her failed presidential campaign, and then her being part of the Biden-Harris campaign in 2020. Because let's be real, she didn't really do anything in the campaign.
Not
She was just
really,
kind of
no.
there. And her tendency to fail upwards, and what I mean by that is like, I'm not one of the. Well, I do think she's incompetent to a point, but she's not so incompetent that like she couldn't work in a DA's office, for example. But she's
Mhm.
never really stood out, or at least I don't understand how people think she stood out over the years, and she just keeps getting elevated to different positions. And I don't get it. She got her first political leg up, and this is a fact. When I did my Kamala Harris deep dive, I talk about, which you'll appreciate this, Justin. My motivation for doing that episode was actually kept seeing these ads for the Ben Shapiro series on Daily Wire Plus, Scamala, and I'm like, oh, I gotta watch that. And I watched it, and I actually say this in the episode. Scamala is the because it's a 3 episode series.
Mhm.
Scamala is the political expose uh, version of the Hobbit trilogy.
Go on.
It's way too.
I'm not saying the analogy, but go continue. I'm interested.
It's 3 episodes. It's 3 parts that should have been one. It's not particularly good, and it's not particularly memorable at all.
Got it. Got
Um,
it.
it is just. I mean, so first of all, in that documentary, in which you know me well enough, but for those of you who haven't been watching this podcast for the almost 5 years that it's been on, you might not know this about me. I'm not really left or right. It depends. I probably lean a little bit more right depending on the issue, but what I am a stickler for is the truth. And some of the stuff that Ben Shapiro brings up in that, I don't know what you call that, a document, the series,
Well, when
docu-series.
it comes to the Daily Wire, I always go docu series, but yeah, in its intention, it's a docu series.
Yeah. But some of it's just flat out not true. Like, and I apologize for this, but I personally also somewhat, well, no, I'm gonna say I didn't somewhat perpetuate. I perpetuated the misinformation of the whole narrative that Kamala Harris withheld evidence and kept somebody on death row, and it was only after the governor stepped in that she had to let the evidence go through. That is so not even close to being accurate. At one point in the case, she did try to block the new DNA evidence from being ordered, but if you look at the case, right, I
Mhm.
can see why an attorney general would, because it would have been a waste of money and resources based upon the other mountain of evidence that it's like the only stronger piece of evidence they could have had is a video of the entire murder taking place.
Yeah.
With him looking at it and going, look at me. I forget his name. And that's sad because I know his name is like, look at me, so and so, killing people. Like in role
Yeah.
models when the guy's like, look at me, stealing TVs, you know?
They have this clear videotape of you stealing a lot of TVs.
Thought that could be any bald guy.
Look at me, David Garvin, stealing TVs. Who would believe it?
That is not me.
Yeah. You might as well have looked into the camera and be like, look what I'm doing. You notice what
Yeah,
I'm doing right now?
yeah,
But I respect that. I respect, and this is why I will always enjoy chatting with you, and I will always say yes to doing one of these, is because you're willing to admit that, and it's how most Donald Trump supporters would have quadrupled down and been like, no, despite the fact that there's clear video evidence, we're gonna still maintain this irritate, and that's what irritates me about like really right leaning people is like yeah, man, like I was thinking about this today, and it's a comparison point to Donald Trump, where Trump supporters have this diehard idea that like you have to ignore all of your candidates' faults, not acknowledge them, and blindly support them. Like they just like they constantly would expect a Biden supporter to be like, and to be fair, there are cases of this,
it's
obviously, right?
more
But
Kamala supporters, but yes, go on.
yeah, like particularly with Kamala supporters, but There's a lot of left wing people. You'd be like, "Oh, Biden sucks," and they'd be like, "Yeah," but like a Trump supporter wouldn't be capable, in my opinion, of being like Trump sucks. Like I think a Joe Biden supporter could be like, Joe Biden sucks, and he does the occasional sucky thing, or like he sucks, and you're like, "Yeah, but," like with Trump. Like that's why I respect you and I like talking to you, because even you are like, yeah, Trump gets in his own way, and I can say that about Kamala as well, and I think that's what
It's
makes our
just
conversations history. They
it's
get in their own way, I think.
it's just demonstrably true. So but fuck. Oh my gosh, I ran into that literally. I uploaded a short a couple days ago that was an excerpt from um, during the Trump Biden debate. RFK hosted his own debate where they live streamed the Trump Biden
I
debate,
saw
but
that.
then
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, so I uploaded a short from that where in the clip, mind you, in the clip, RFK talks about how both Trump and Biden and mentions them both by name
yeah.
in the clip.
Oh, I think I saw this comment.
Yeah, and he's like, he was talking about Obama, you fucking moron, and I'm like, he literally says Trump and Biden in the clip.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not saying you're stupid, but
but well, media literacy is dead. We all know that. I mean, it's
well, I mean, and to bring the crosshairs back to Kamala, I mean, yeah, I mean, you've got CNN. What's her name? I've disliked her since I saw her. She works at CNN. She was on. Jon Stewart was interviewing her, and she's literally, like trying to not just Jon Stewart, but this is the most recent time I saw her. She was on somebody. I think it was Bill Maher actually that was really calling her out on it. And he's like,
so. This is a politician
no, she's
or a
she's
pundit.
a well, I think she's an anchor technically, or a reporter or something. She works. I don't think she wouldn't be characterized as a pundit per se, but
I do
she's a
occasionally. I don't do CNN because I find them. Yeah, I don't. Not for not for what you're the reason. Yeah, I just don't do CNN. It's like
well because
commercialized news for me.
I mean, yeah, that's the big thing. But I mean, she's trying to say with a straight face, "Oh no, it was on Colbert." That's what really made the news. And Colbert said to her, he was like, "Well, I know you at CNN, or try to, stick to the truth and have your journalistic integrity." And the audience fucking laughed.
I know you guys are objective over there, that you just report the news as it is. No, I know. CNN makes I know.
Was that supposed to be a laugh line?
It wasn't supposed to be, but I guess it is.
That is funny.
And then
It's CNN, like everyone. But to be fair, I have an inherent issue with the 24 news cycle. Period. I think
I think that
we
was
editorialize the news too much.